Good morning and welcome back to the Lawdit Solicitors Podcast. My name is Ellis. I'm an IP solicitor at Lawdit and I'm joined with Abhi this morning. Good morning, Abhi.
Good morning.
Today we have got back in the podcast studio and we want to have a chat about searches. So the main question that we get asked by clients that want to register a trademark is, where do I start? And it can be a really sort of difficult position to be in where you sort of don't know where to start. You're looking at all these marks that are already registered and you're panicking. The first start is with a search, and that's what we're going to chat to you today. What a search is, why you need it, and what sort of options that we offer. So Abhi, first things first, why would someone need a search? What is a search?
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
So as Ellis said, the first step of a trademark application is trademark search, which essentially gives you a clear idea of what is already out there in terms of registered and unregistered rights before we actually proceed with any trademark application. So with our services, we provide a UK basic trademark search and an advanced trademark search. The basic search highlights any identical trademarks that are registered in identical goods and services, which means that it's quite basic and focuses only on identical matches. The advanced search does go a step further. It identifies identical and similar trademarks in the relevant intellectual property offices and who may have grounds to block your trademark application if it does proceed. We also provide a company's house search, which checks if there is any similar company names when compared to your mark. An internet search, which determines if there are any websites with similar names and if they provide any similar goods and services. A domain search, which checks the domains which are already out there and have been taken and which may be available to yourself. We also have evidence of all the findings that we have searched, as well as a comprehensive report which essentially summarizes the results found at each stage of the search and if there's anything that may be cause of concern. We also state the risk levels that your mark may face under absolute grounds for refusal and relative grounds for refusal, which will give you essentially all the information that you will require to make an informed decision about the trademark application if you wish to proceed or if you wish to not proceed any further.
Brilliant. Yeah, so the search options available to you sort of goes by what it says on the tin. The basic is basic. While it's there and it has its function, in an ideal world, you shouldn't be relying on that. The search essentially is there to give you as much information as possible before you file the application. So the advanced search gives you all of that. It paints the complete picture and really will then sort of preempt how an application is going to go. So Abhi, explain to people why they should make a search priority. What's its main benefit?
See, as I said previously, an advanced search gives you a clear picture of what risks you may face or not face before you actually proceed with actual trademark application. So, for example, in the report that we provide, if we state that the trademark has a high risk of failing under absolute grounds and relative grounds for refusal, it may not be best to proceed further because of the high risk. But if we look in the other direction and we say it's a low risk, then you may feel a bit more assured about proceeding with the application. Whereas if you just don't do a trademark search at all and go straight into a trademark application blind, there is potential for you to waste a lot of money with the trademark application, as say you go in and there end up being a number of identical and highly similar trademarks already out there which you're unaware of, and at least your trademark getting objected, you've essentially wasted a fair bit of money with the application. Whereas if you did the search first, you'd already know about those risks and then make a decision before you actually file the trademark application. So it's important to consider that before actually proceeding with the trademark application, it's best to carry out a search just to make sure you know what's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that while every application has a level of risk, by completing the search, you know exactly what's going on. You can minimise sort of risking any money, like you say, filing applications. If you know that there's going to be a risk, you're making that an informed decision to sort of take that chance. So yeah, don't leave a search out. You may think it's not a necessity, but it really is, and it can really help you in the long run. If you want to get in touch and organise a search, then please get in touch with either Abby or myself, and we'll be more than happy to help. And if you need to know anything else about trademarks, then please do get in touch as well. I'm sure you'll hear me and Abby soon on the podcast. So thank you, Abby, for joining me.
No worries.
And check back for a new episode soon.